Hi, Tantric travelers. Happy Friday. It's the day of Venus. It's the day of Freya. It is the day of Frigg. It is the day of Quetzalcoatl. It is the day of love and water and abundance. And I woke up this morning after having a wonderful dream about cats. And also the Kemetic or Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, the lion-headed one, is associated with Venusian energy, Jesus Christ, or the Christed one, Magdalena, his partner, his tantric partner, are all associated with the Venusian energy. And it is such a pleasure to share the loving, joyful, sexy, abundant, feasting, orgiastic energy of Friday with you, my dear subscribers and viewers. And I would like to start this augury or charm reading off, which I haven't thrown charms in a little while for you all. So, for those of you who are not familiar with augury, augury is reading the signs and symbols of the elemental or natural worlds in order to understand the energies of the present and the future, and to make decisions from within our free will body in how to conduct ourselves in alliance with, or cooperation with, or even sometimes in manipulation of the natural energies of which we are a part. So, of course, the light and the water and the earth and minerals and the air and gases and oxygen that we breathe are all a part of the consciousness of this planet, and all together we can, if we wish, visualize them as being part of the same flow, so part of the same river, if you will. And that is a very simple and beautiful visualization or understanding of the energy of infinite abundance of which this planet and of which we are all a part, that I have used or has been gifted to me by my guides, my soul family, my star family, my earth friends and family, the great teachers and masters who have shared what they have learned in their lifetimes on earth and elsewhere. So, however the energy of abundance and the energy of Venus and plenty appear to you or are perceived in your own consciousness, today I would like to share the Atlantean blessing of abundance with all of you. And this was gifted to me as I opened up my channels of reception and understanding and requested to receive a blessing or a prayer of abundance, which I could use as a meditational mantra, and also something which would allow me to have a better understanding of exactly what abundance is and how I am a part of that. So let's start off, and because we are offering this blessing to one another, I would like to light this lovely lotus candle, and I prepared some water with Himalayan salt in it to honor my Atlantean soul family. And we can all be in contact with our parallel selves and our parallel lives and families and those who are bringing us guidance when we open up to the possibility of that. So although Atlantis is known as having been an actual physical place here on Earth, And we know some things about how Atlantis might have been, and we know some lore about the possibilities for how Atlantis was destroyed. But beyond that, many of us are still experiencing life in Atlantis and soul connection, soul family, and spiritual reality and consciousness in and of Atlantis or Atlantea. And I do have family there. I do have guides who assist me from the Atlantean vibration. And yes, it is a very beautiful, flowing, watery, loving plane of power. And I would like to call in my Atlantean soul family as I share this blessing of abundance with you. And also I would recommend, if you wish to use this blessing, which is also a prayer and request and an affirmation, then please feel free to use your crystals with it. Please feel free to offer this blessing and this prayer nearby or in water. And please feel free to say this blessing every day in the shower. It's very simple and it is very powerful. Okay. I am the golden river of abundance. The golden river of abundance flows through me as I release, receive, and give all that is needed with love. I am the golden river of abundance. The golden river of abundance flows through me as I release, receive, and give all that is needed with love. We are the golden river of abundance. The golden river of abundance flows through us as we release, receive, and give all that is needed with love. So that is a very simple to remember prayer, blessing, affirmation, mantra, and it is very effective if you allow the power of this ancient blessing to penetrate and flow through you and your life. I think your ideas of abundance have every possibility of expanding to a greater understanding, and your experience of abundance will reflect that as well. So I would also like to share that there are many delusions and untruths surrounding the definition of abundance. And many people are limiting themselves through societal programming, which has been occurring over many thousands of years, to either believe that they are separate from the abundance of the universe of which we are a part. So that's one untruth. Another is that money and material objects are the definition of abundance. So that is another distortion, great, grave distortion. And another one is that abundance requires work in the way that we have come to perceive it as being separate from our enjoyment of life. And although being a part of understanding ourselves of and including our own energy in the golden river of abundance and understanding that everything is flowing through us and not to us, is a great liberating and very beautiful and freeing and securing and comforting understanding to welcome into our consciousness, to re-welcome and reacquaint ourselves with. And I hope that this blessing is of interest to you, and I hope that you experiment with it, and I hope that you add and subtract any words or visualizations or offerings or physical processes that you wish to include with this blessing, this Atlantean blessing of abundance. And if you open yourself to receive wisdom and teachings from your own guides, whether they be Atlantean, Lemurian, Venusian, from other star systems such as Arcturus and Sothis, or Sirius as it is known, and all of the other star systems, both within and without our awareness of. If you request these teachings and an expansion of consciousness, especially on this beautiful sacred day, Viernes, Vendredi, Friday, Freya's Day, Frite, and you have a bath, you eat some fish, you meditate by the ocean or the river, you light a candle in some water, you add some salt to some water and use that in your processes. I think the benefits and the blessings will be huge. And if we feel that we have a surplus of space in our own spiritual processes, it is always of great benefit to include others, the way that we did in the last portion of that blessing. So beginning with I am the golden river of abundance, and then incorporating and including we are the golden river of abundance. And yes, I'm still playing with this energy and enjoying this gift and turning it around and looking at it and adjusting it. There were some phrases that I added initially that I found were ineffective for what I believe is a higher version of the manifestation of abundance. And I can give you an example of what one of those were. So in the part of the prayer which was, I am releasing, giving, and receiving all that is needed, I thought it would be good to include the idea of surplus with that. So having some savings, having some extra. So I added, through my own mental or intellectual consciousness, I added, I release, give, and receive all that is needed and more. And I found that after playing with that for a couple of weeks, I noticed that there was some energy drainage or leakage occurring. So I might have been receiving all that was needed and more, but I was also giving all that was needed and more. And I was also releasing all that was needed and more, which means that the release or the flow or dispersion of energy was not occurring in a natural way, but in a forced way. So I decided to exclude that phrase from this prayer, and as soon as I made space by doing that, the other phrase that I've now added to this affirmation or mantra, or which was added, came through, and that is with love. So to me, that has changed the vibration, adjusted the vibration, tweaked the vibration so that it really fits into my spiritual practice and my life. And I feel that the results of this have been manifold and wonderful, surprising, and loving. So good luck with that if you decide to use it. And of course, as always, I'm very open to hearing and reading your feedback. And I do also teach energy field management which includes getting in touch with your own soul family, your own star family, your highest guides, your archangelic alliance, in order to help you with the work that you wish to do in molding, sculpting, shaping, and enjoying your own life. And this is a work in progress for me, yes, of course it is. But I have been studying this in depth, personally, and with high guidance since 2012 in this lifetime. And it has put me in touch with consciousness from past and parallel lives, which occurred in Atlantean, in Chem or Egypt, and also with my star family of Sothis and Arcturus, some of whom have incarnated into human form as well as other forms, animal, mineral, and plant, in this lifetime. So my great teachers of the mineral world, my companions of the crystalline world, my great medicine physicians and teachers of the plant world, including the great cacao medicine, which many of you may know is one of the most powerful plant teachers and alchemists and catalysts of transmutation on Earth right now, and to whom I am deeply grateful. That we all have many plant teachers, of course, and here is another one, this blessed sage, which I have already asked to bless this video and this reading today, and my many, many animal teachers and beloved, infinitely wise animal ancestors. And I could name them for hours and hours, days and days, but because I had such beautiful dreams last night, let's just acknowledge the power, protection, and guidance of my feline animal ancestors, including jaguar, tigre, and all of the beautiful cats who have been my companions in this life and many others. From the star system Lyra. So now I'm going to throw some charms for everyone, and let's see. The Venusian energy of today, Friday. So let us request from this augury, from these charms that I've collected all over our beautiful planet, our beautiful planetary parents, from the oceans, the lands, the rivers, the mountains, the beautiful humans. What are the energies guiding my dear subscribers and viewers of Tantric Traveler today, this Friday, in the middle of the Taurus lunar cycle? What are the energies of today, please, my highest guides? And already one has come out. Okay. So that's really cool. Oh, there's a few more that want to come out, so they were sitting here. Mushroom, you're always here, Mushroom. It is Friday. Maybe it's time to convene with some of our fungal companions as well. I know I have some viewers and subscribers out there who are very connected with the mycelium of our beautiful planetary parent. I hope my eyes aren't looking in a weird direction. I have the camera turned another way, so I'm probably going cross-eyed, but that's okay. So I'm going to put my glasses on and let's read your augury. If you haven't already subscribed to Tantric Traveler and you enjoy this content, I warmly invite you to subscribe, and you will be, if you do, you'll be notified of when I post new videos, which isn't that often, but maybe 4 to 6 times a month usually. And I do augury or charm readings, tarot readings. I welcome the lunar energies of the new moon and the full moon every month. And I sometimes just do readings when I'm inspired to do so, pick a card readings. And of course, you are more than welcome to request a private reading from me as well. And you can see my contact information some of it in the information box below. And yeah, so here you go, Tantric travelers. So we have a lot of energy coming out, and right away, jaguars in the house. So I have these jaguar matches from Mexico, and you can see this jaguar warrior or guerrero on the back. I'm going to try and translate this to English. So, possessor of the characteristics of the most powerful of animals, of jaguar, associated with the government. Our ancestors, our military ancestors, worked with the great cat, frequently utilizing elements and traits of the jaguar, and on important occasions, even wearing the skin of the jaguar. So this would have been in sacred ritual, and it is true, the priests and warriors and priestesses, sacerdotisas of, well, that's the Spanish word, the shamans, the priest shamans, and the rulers of the empires of Mexico and Central America revered the jaguar and used the energy of this beautiful creature, this beautiful being, in order to attain and maintain power. But the true energy of the jaguar is the energy of the shaman who moves between worlds, who is familiar with the light and the dark, and who we can be guided by in the use of our magical and intuitive power. So thank you for your presence, jaguar. And this could relate in particular to people who are attracted to Anahuac or Mexico. Okay, we also have, I'm so glad this came out. And we have copal to back that up. So copal is this beautiful incense from the copal tree, which is an offering to the ancestors and the gods. So I think this is guiding all of us to remember to offer our gratitude, our deep gratitude for the guidance, teaching, and protection of our kind, wise ancestors and our highest guides, angels, and divine energies. So I will burn this after this reading is finished. And speaking of the ancestors, this is a cork from a bottle of wine that I enjoyed the other day called Il Falcone. And you can see this beautiful falcon on it. And I found and opened this bottle in a toast, in a tribute to my kindest, wisest ancestor, my dad, who passed in 2015. And he loved Italy and he loved Italian wine. So I chose this. This wine was made in the year 2013, so my dad would still have been alive and enjoying his beautiful life then. So besides that, Falcon is a very powerful spiritual and mental energy which is associated with the god Heru or Horus of the Kemetic spiritual system. So this is also Venusian energy in that Heru or Horus was the child of Isis, Aset, closely associated also with the energy of Venus. And this is directly from my Atlantean soul family. So this is a celebration of coral. And you can see that this is kind of like the Three of Cups energy in tarot. So there are three people, which I perceive as being masculine, feminine, and a child. So this is about family, about peace, about felicity, joy, alegría, and celebrating with like-hearted people. So this power number 3 is really prevalent right now in this time of restrictions. So if you have an opportunity to get together with a couple of like-hearted friends, family members, whether it's in person or online. Today's a beautiful day to do that. Maybe you could have a little dance together, listen to the same song or something. And I have the unicorn horn, so there's definitely some magic flowing through this day. And the unicorn horn is also the horn of plenty. So if you have any shapes, any cone shapes, including shells, you can use them in your meditation or your spiritual or magical work to welcome in the energy. So this is like the unicorn with her head bowed or his head bowed down to the ground, pulling in this energy, this cosmic or heavenly energy of the gods. That's really beautiful. We have the golden ring. So this is about manifesting your abundance, and it is actually possible to manifest pure elements like gold through the meditation or the blessing such as the one I just offered you to use. So especially if you engage these mantras, prayers, meditations beside water, especially flowing water or the ocean tide at the correct time, then you can actually manifest into your material realm instantaneously pure elements such as gold. You'll have to figure out how to do that. I can't share that information with you, but I did share part of it today. We have the violet or blueberry colored crystal, multifaceted. So this is a tribute and a blessing for all tantric practitioners who are working with their energy fields, with the energy fields of others, including their divine counterparts, in order to support the natural energetic grid of the natural matrix of our planetary parent, Earth, who is ever connected with the cosmos, including our solar parent, Re. So you can see the work and play of light here. We have cacao. Oh, I've got my favorite gordito. This is the giant red cacao from Oaxaca in southern Mexico. And very fat and fertile. So I feel a lot of really strong masculine energy in the air today, and that was reflected in my tarot reading. I believe the planet Mars is now in the house of Pisces. So this is a great reunion of masculine and feminine energy, and there's a lot of push and a lot of thrust that's possible today, even though it's the day of Venus. With a combination of the masculine energy, this cacao seed is really giving me a very high sexual or creative or masculine fertility to the day. So if you want to knock somebody up and she's into it, today's a good day to do it. Oh, look, I have my little fishy. This is Venusian energy. So this is about fertility and money and using the energy of Venus to draw that in, or to step into the current of the energy of Venus, Freya, Frigg, Sekhmet. Got a whole handful of stuff. Oh, we have 2 unicorn horns. Look. I think this is like the masculine unicorn and this is the feminine unicorn. That's so sweet. So there could be some magic in love and romance relationships. That's really sweet. I don't think I've ever seen them come out together. So there could be a double manifesting power and the ebb and flow of masculine and feminine energy within, intertwining with one another to create beauty and love. We do have the 2 roses as well. So yes, 2 hearts could be opening right now simultaneously. Oh, my twisted strings, my twisted strings. Again, this is an intertwining of the masculine and feminine energy, and it looks like the masculine energy is receiving a tantric upgrade right now. So is actually the feminine energy, which may have already risen and may be in her Shakti form attracting, magnetizing, and pulling the masculine energy upwards into a higher version of the energy of his life. So that's really lovely. Yes, this is very high tantric work. So this could also be guides in the higher planes, because this looks like a cloud and some trees, and this looks like the earth plane. So it could be even Shiva Shakti in the higher planes of consciousness working above to allow Shiva Shakti here on earth to manifest this union. There's some money here. There's some money, and there's some fun, and there's some energy of the country of India. And this is Lakshmi energy, so this is more abundant energy. And she's here with some herbs. She's here, I believe this is cedar. So yes, this is, going out into nature and welcoming in the abundance of the elemental helpers, the fairies, the divas. Thank you, Lakshmi. More money. We have Jade, this beautiful multi-stone jade earring with quite an entanglement. So I feel like there are some relationships that maybe have been caught in some karmic cycles, and even though there's the potential to experience these relationships, and it looks like family, like masculine and feminine with a child, actually it could be even something to do with custody for someone. So there is an opportunity to disentangle these relationships from karmic patterns and to experience a different version of them with the same people. So meaning that, allowing the light to shine into some of the shadow places in our relationships right now. And we are still feeling the energy, that powerful energy of the full moon in Scorpio from a few days ago. This is all really happening, and there are many, many retrogrades in motion right now, and all of those are bringing us opportunities to heal and to step into new timelines in many aspects of our lives. Here's the little feather of communication. So you could receive communication through the augury of birds who are flying near you or around you, who, if you're sitting by the water or you're sitting in the park, may land in a tree and come really close to look at you. They have messages for you, so listen. More cedar. So cedar is a purification energy, and the letter V with these. This could be a place, Veracruz, Victoria,